Hey guys, Wes here from Wild Hearts. Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you had a great day today. Today's video is going to be a trick I use for doing preliminary searches on places we want to camp. In March, Cass and I went out and we discovered that they are logging in the area we like to camp. So we thought, you know what? It's time for us to find a new area, let them do their job, and everybody can remain safe, and it's nothing for us to move. Today's video is going to be based all in Alberta, mainly because that is where we're from, and I will be posting the link for anybody that wants to check it out. I am positive throughout Canada, every provincial government has a similar website of some sort, and I'm pretty sure down in the States they would more likely have it as well. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Also, if you want to see more from us, hit that subscribe button. And you know what? We are always open for constructive feedback, so feel free to comment below. Now, on that note, let's get started. So the first thing I do is I go to the alberta.ca website and I find the Public Land Use Zones Overview page, which you can see I'm on right now. Once there, I scroll all the way down and I get to the Public Land Use Zone Maps. And what this shows you is the maps of the 3 different areas in Alberta, plus what is permitted in the different areas within that zone. So the first zone is the Northern Alberta zone, which is anything north of Edmonton. Then you have the Central Alberta zone, which is in between Edmonton and Calgary. And then you have the Southern Alberta zone, which is anything south of Calgary. For today's video, we are going to focus on the Central Alberta zone. And you're going to see downloadable PDF links here, one for the map and one for the permissible recreation activities. I've already pre-downloaded these for the video because it just makes it so much quicker. The first thing I actually start with is the permitted recreation activities. Cass and I like to get reconnected with nature, so we don't really want to be around where there's a lot of quads and dirt bikes. So we find areas where they're not permitted. That being said, in Central Alberta, there's only 2 areas that it's not permitted. Panther Corners and Blackstone Wapiabi. Now, Panther Corners is going to be a fair jaunt for us, so logistically, it's probably not the smartest area for us to check out. Blackstone Wapiabi will be closer for us, so this is going to be the one that we'll investigate. So once we have figured out where we want to go, we come back to the main page here, and that's when we click on the link for the map. When you bring up the map, you will see the outlines of the different areas. The Blackstone Wapiabi being right up here, just northwest of Nordegg, Job Klein, Upper Clearwater Ram, Kiska Wilson, Panther Corners, and Dormer Sheep. And what I do with this map is I familiarize myself with some of the landmarks that they show on here. So you have Highway 11 running west, past Nordegg, and this is Abraham Lake right in here. Once I see that, I know the forestry trunk runs up here, so I look at this, okay, I know it's north on the forestry trunk. I then come up to the Google Maps, click on it, here's Highway 11, this is Abraham Lake in here, this is Nordegg, this is the forestry trunk. So that means that this here would be the Blackstone Wapiabi area. So once I get that figured out, I just click on the satellite view, and it gives you a little bit more of a better view of the roads, streams, rivers, whatever. Any of you that actually watched our first video, the ridge that you saw in behind us, that is actually called Largehorn Peak. And like I said, we encountered them logging in this area here, and that's why we want to actually move to a different locale, especially while they're logging in there. So for today's video, I am actually going to say we will probably investigate down in here at a later date. So what I would do is find the intersection where it connects up to the forestry trunk and kind of just drop a pin there. Now that being said, Normally I would do it in reverse. I would drop the pin at our home location, come to this area, and then get directions to where I want to go. The reason I say that is the generalized location that it brings up for that pin is all of Clearwater County. So if you actually put in those GPS coordinates, it will actually take you down by south of the Ram River Falls. So it's not going to give you an accurate location. But once we get our directions to where we want to go, Cass and I would load up one of our vehicles with tents, sleeping bags, and food. And we would take a weekend and set up a base camp somewhere and just kind of spread out and scout out from there. And we'll probably find 4 or 5 different sites that will work for us. We know that it's a first come first served basis. We know we're not the first ones out there scouting this out. So the chances of getting that exact one spot that you want you're better off to have other sites already scoped. Now most of these sites are going to be geared more towards tents, truck campers, small pop-ups, small units like that. I don't want you guys with the bigger units to feel left out. There are lots of areas along the road here that you can pull in your bigger units. There's some flat spots in here that you can get into, not a problem, have a fire. There's a beautiful little pond right here with camping down in here. You can camp along the road here. There's lots of little areas down south of Highway 11, a lot of little hidden gems. If you're in a bigger unit, I actually suggest you take the time and tour the forestry trunk. There's some beautiful areas down in there. Or you can actually keep heading west on Highway 11 from Nordegg. There's Fish Lake Campground here. There's another spot down at Abraham Lake, which is right here. This is the dam for Ram River. You've got lots of little areas down in here you can actually camp in. A few of the Facebook groups I belong to, there's always pictures being posted in the summer of some of the groups that are camping down in here, and it does look phenomenal. That being said, guys, we have a brand new Facebook page. It is Wild Hearts CA. Feel free to search us out and follow us on that. Also, hit the like button if you like what you see. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more from us. And remember, we're always open for that constructive feedback, so feel free to comment below. I also want to inform you guys that the Alberta government is trying to pass legislation on a permit to use these lands. $30 per year per adult. Some people may think that's a steep price to pay. For those of us that go out for a week or longer at a time, I actually think it's well worth it, considering you look at what you pay for in a campground, and you don't have near the space that you do when you're camping out in the backcountry like this. If there's some of you that can only get out one weekend a year, they do have an option for that, and they also have an option for day use as well. I strongly recommend everybody try to get out at least once this year, especially backcountry. It is a great way to reset, especially with everything going on in the world today with COVID. Everybody's been stuck at home with their kids, and you're probably thinking to yourself, why would I want to take my family out when I'm in an RV when I'm stuck with them at home? Trust me, taking them out into the backcountry like this, there's lots of wide open spaces. You don't have to worry about social distancing with your neighbors, because your nearest neighbor is going to be at least a half a mile away. It is the ultimate reset. It's the best way to reconnect with your family, guys. I love doing it with Cass's boys. It is just a blast. You can learn so much from your kids when you're out in that kind of atmosphere. So I hope everybody opens their hearts to the wild this year. It will be worth it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you out there this year. Have a great day and enjoy the wild. Bye for now.